Hello boaters, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James and today we're out at beautiful Lake Allatoona on a gorgeous morning and we've got one of our brand new Bancroft ships out here. This is the 1/25th scale Dusseldorf Fireboat coming from Bancroft. We did a live unboxing of this bad boy, and what's beautiful about it, aside from the paint job and the scale detail that you expect from Bancroft brand warships and civilian ships like this, it also has a working water cannon feature. You can see on the top of this boat there are 3 water cannons, and there is an extra motor inside which gets powered by an ESC that you provide. It's not pre-installed, but the system is pre-installed. You just got to provide the ESC connected to one of the open channels on the pre-installed receiver, and you'll be able to fire all 3 cannons at once. And again, you can turn the amount of power coming out of the cannons can be controlled by a little dial on the ready-to-run transmitter. I got it set up on this dial up here, and it's a pretty cool feature, but all the plumbing is in there. We'll show you that when we're done here taking it for a sail. So that's enough of me talking right now. Let's get it in the water and then we'll come back. All right guys, we got the Dusseldorf in the water. Let's take it for a cruise. So that's about half throttle right there. Again, I didn't mention in the beginning, but she's 45.7 inches and 25th scale. So it looks really good in the water. We got a little bit of chop, but I had all the cannons turned the other way, so I'm gonna give her a little turn around. I'm gonna drive by, and then let's hit the cannons. So I'm gonna put it, I'll put it at full throttle. Now you do have to prime the cannons a bit, so sometimes you might have to go in reverse. The little hole is on the bottom, but how cool is that? They fire pretty well. And that just looks like an awesome feature. I love it. Now you can hear the motor. So the pump inside is driven by 2 plastic gears, if you will, inside the pump. So it is a little on the louder side, but you know, when you're out driving, just having a little fun with the water cannons, you know, it's more of a fun feature. Not going to be too functional. We're not going to actually try to, you know, put out a fire on there. But now what's also cool about this, and I'll show you afterwards too, the superstructure where the top 2 cannons are, they have cutouts already pre-installed for servos. So you can add servos. You have another 2 open channels on the transmitter, one which will be another dial. So the dial that I'm using at the top right, here, let me show you. I could bring down the water pressure. So see that I lowered it down to half because again, it's all on a, you know, it's all powered by an ESC. So then there are 2 dials on this transmitter. I'm going to turn off the water now. And on the second dial, you could easily plug it in and have that move around your turrets up top, the water cannons. So if you wanted to install 2 servos, you can easily do that. And, you know, have water cannons that can move in any direction you wish. But just driving around here, let's take it for a full throttle pass. So right now I am no power, and we will go full. So that's full throttle. So unscale, but you've got that twin motor system inside, and you've got quad rudder. So look how sharp she can turn. That's what I love about it too. It's a quad rudder setup. I guess in real life on the Fireboat, they need to be able to manipulate space and everything. But you see, she can cut on a dime, and that's at full throttle, spinning around. As far as ballast inside, I think I might have about 3 pounds in there. I haven't fully measured it, but I didn't put much. I put about a 1-pound bag in the rear, just behind the 2 motors, and then I put about a 1.5 to 2-pound bag in front. And again, when I get her out of the water, I'll show you the inside, because she is running right now. We have 2 batteries in there. One is going to be charging the motor, the 2 motors, and the whole driving system, the steering system, and the other battery is purely just to, you know, turn on those water cannons and fire. So you see I got the water cannons going again. And then you can see if you don't see them firing sometimes, you just have to go in reverse. Got to pick up and got to prime those jets a little bit. But all around, a super, super cool feature. Now the chop is really picking up here. We're getting some wind this morning. We wanted to try to get out as early as we could get out. because when the sun picks up and the wind goes, she definitely, you know, you definitely see it even on the lake here. But absolutely beautiful boat. I mean, I love the red. I think it's painted beautifully. And when you do ballast your ships, you can see how I have the ballast here. I turned off the, might be a little hard with the chop, but you want to get that waterline right on that white stripe. So once you have it there, then you shouldn't worry about it. Like, I have no fear of it capsizing or tipping over. It, once you ballast these things right, they tend to be nice and stable. But all around, just a super cool boat with a super awesome feature that a lot of boats just don't have. There you go, that's a full throttle pass. But if I bring the throttle down to about 50%, that's probably a little more scale-like. But all around, absolutely beautiful. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for the sailing portion here. So I'm going to bring it back to the water, take it out of the lake, and let's wrap this video up. So there you have it, guys. That's it on the water. Again, a little choppy out here for a full drive, but on that 2800 2S pack, which is what's included with this battery, with this boat, you should be able to sail this thing around for a good 15 minutes at least, probably at full throttle too, which is probably something you're not going to do if you do have it on the water. But the fully functional water cannons, all you have to do again is add that extra 120 amp ESC. I use the exact same one, and we'll put a link down below in the description. It's the same ESC that's pre-installed in most Bancroft warships, so I just have 2 of them in here. Now, as far as the superstructure itself, you know, she comes right off, but you can see the plumbing is going to be attached to those 2 water cannons on the top. So you got to be wary of that. If you do ever want to fully remove this, you just have to, you know, unhook those tubes. There's like a 4-way, there's a 4-way break in the tubes there. So one comes from the inlet and the motor, and then it splits 3 ways to each of the 3 cannons. So just make sure, you know, when you do get your boat, blow through the tubes, make sure there's nothing blocking it. One of them, I just had to put a little pin through here to make sure it had full airflow. You know, might have been a little paint or who knows, just something globbed up in there. But very easy fix. And when you're looking inside, again, you can see my ballast. I have a bag in the front here. I have a bag in the back right behind the servos. The one in the front, again, be careful of the plumbing. You don't want to kink it, you know, like kink the hose or whatever, then the water won't shoot out the jet. So just be mindful there. But I installed the 2 batteries. So I used just the same exact battery from a different Bancroft boat to power the water cannon ESC. And I just put that on the opposite side. And that ESC comes with its own on-off switch. So, you know, you just turn them both on and off. You don't even have to unplug the batteries when you're done. You could just turn them on and off, which is cool. And yeah, I just did that for balance, you know, put everything, even match the side. If they're going to install the ESC and the receiver on the left side, if you will, or starboard or port, you just pop the other ESC on the other side, so it makes it easier when you're adding your ballast. And then lastly, just I love the back of the ship. You know, I want to show you here, I still got it plugged in. Those quad rudders on the back really make it turn. And the thing about the Bancroft warships too, or the Bancroft ships, that switch on the top left, if you're looking at the rudder, shows you low rate and high rate rudder. So I left it in high rate rudder because it turns really nicely on a dime. It's very agile for a ship. Reminds me a lot of the Island Cutter, which we just had out here. It's one of those, a lot of good speed, good turns. It's the type of boat that, as awesome as it is to have the scale appearance and everything, it's also fun to sail. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like coming out here with like an aircraft carrier or like the Titanic, you don't want to be driving those super speedy anyway. That's not the type of boat they are. But if you're looking for something where you want to get the scale detail, but you also want to have a lot more fun and be a little more agile on the water, then this Dusseldorf Fireboat is going to you know, really do the trick. And this back portion, you have easy access to the rudder. So this lifeboat is on a magnetically driven hatch on the back, and then they actually put a clear piece of tape here, so that'll protect to waterproof it. But you could peel that back. You could access your rudders, rudder servo and rudder linkages if you need to Really, really well thought out design overall. But guys, that's about gonna do it here. If you're looking to get the Dusseldorf, link is down below. That extra ESC link is down below as well. And I'll even put a link there to the entire lineup of Bancroft ships, because we added 5 new ones, including this one just recently, to the over, I think, 20 or 30 of the ships like this. But then on the Bancroft line, we got sailboats, we got speedboats, we've got any type of boat you can imagine at this point, tugboats. You know, whether you want scale or you just want fun, check out Motion RC, guys. But that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.